Welcome back to the Opulent Life. This is Ozzy here. After a very long time, sorry about that, and I apologize for the long wait. I know you guys have been waiting for some more content. I have been really busy, unfortunately, with a lot of things going on in my life, and that's why I had to take a bit of a break from YouTube. But anyways, I am back, and I promise to upload regularly from now on. I have my new setup, I have more content, and everything is in order. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. And thank you for sticking by me. We are now at 1,000 subscribers plus, and thank you all for your support. Continue supporting and subscribing to the channel. Subscribe for updates, alerts, and new content which will be coming your way soon. So anyway, today's video we are going to be talking about this fragrance, Acqua Di Gio by Gio Armani Profundo. This is an eau de parfum, and I've had it for approximately 3 to 4 months now. And as I told you guys in the previous videos, I will be buying things and not immediately reviewing them because I want to get a sense of how the item actually feels when you use it, and then give you guys the real review in a few months, sometimes in a few weeks, depending on the item itself, to give you an actual understanding of how it feels to live with the item, rather than just reviewing it for the sake of it. And you know, at times under excitement, you may be giving a false representation of what the actual item is. You may be excited, you may like it from the get-go. However, after a few days or weeks, you realize it's not really for you, and what you just upload on YouTube is just not true anymore. So in order to keep that honesty, I will be reviewing items not immediately, but after a few days and weeks. So this won't be true unboxing. However, I will be preserving the boxes and items as they were, as I received them, as best as I can, and then try to simulate an unboxing for you guys. So this is the packaging, pretty standard. Acqua Di Gio parfums they typically come in this rectangular box. This one has a blue indigo sheen to it, and Acqua Di Gio writing is in silver lettering, as in typical Giorgio Armani fashion. On the side you have a barcode. On this side it's blank. It's blank from the top. You have the logo of Giorgio Armani, GA. At the bottom you just have some the batch code written on it. You can check this batch code to see how valid the shelf life is of your perfumes. So go to checkcosmetic.net, put the batch code in. It'll tell you how long the perfume or the eau de toilette is should be valid for in terms of shelf life. Usually it's about 5 years maximum for perfumes once they're open, and technically you should use them by that time. Some may last a little bit longer, but the average is about between 3 to 5 years. And typically my fragrances don't last that long. I get done in about 6 to 7 months, so that's not an issue for me. However, when I buy these from Amazon, this one I did not buy from Amazon. This is directly from Giorgio Armani, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But when you buy from Amazon, or if you buy from gray dealers, any discounters, always check the batch code and see how long when the perfume was manufactured. Because if it was manufactured, you buy something now, it was manufactured in 2003, that's 20 years ahead of its shelf life. It's probably useless, so keep an eye out for that. All right, on the back you have in the ingredients the entire list, and as you can see over here it says 24 months. So basically, after opening, the manufacturer recommends that in 24 months it should complete its life cycle, and you should technically finish it by then. And yeah, so made in France, all the regulatory information is here. Very nice packaging. Nothing exciting, but still pretty good. Legal, safe, and compliant. Inside, your typical box in a black box. A black box inside the main box, and then inside you have the bottle. And typical Acqua Di Gio fashion, it's a translucent bottle in a dark navy blue indigo type of color, and you have the Acqua Di Gio lettering on it, written in white, Profundo at the bottom. The back is completely blank. There's nothing on it. One of the things I don't like about these translucent bottles is the fact that they can show some really nasty fingerprinting if you use them quite a bit. And as you can see, this one is no exception. I've had it for a few months. I've used about, you can see, I don't know if you can see the liquid. I've used about roughly 25% of this so far. So yeah, but the good thing is it blocks light. I guess that's the intention behind it. Again, you have the batch code written on the bottom, and then you have this plastic cap. Sorry about that. You have this cap at the top, and yeah, simple, straightforward atomizer. Let's try it out. Put on the skin actually. Okay, as you can see, now this is, as the name suggests, a very fresh fragrance, ideal for spring and summertime. It is profoundly, as Profundo is, profoundly aromatic, marine. You get hints of sea salt, lots of minerals, and the ocean breeze. It's some spice, some fresh spices, and a lot of citrus in it. There is a woody element to it as well, kind of in the backdrop. But yeah, you also get notes of lavender. And for me personally, I feel like this is really fresh. Like it's really fresh and salty. Like I can almost feel the salt of the ocean when I spray this. And it's really strong. It's not your typical fresh fragrance where you spray it on. It's like the typical lemon scent and it kind of goes away. This one is profoundly strong. It does stay a longer time than typical fresh fragrances do. And from my usage, I typically do not wear this at nighttime for some reason. It does not seem right. In the daytime, in the afternoon is when I wear it the most. It has nice projection, has nice sillage, very nice longevity. I can get about, now when I say longevity, keep in mind, this is, at the end of the day, this is a fresh fragrance, so it's not gonna last 24 to 48 hours. So don't get any wrong ideas from what I'm saying. You will get about 3 to 4 hours of usage, depending on your skin type, maybe 2 hours. It may last. In the beginning, for me, when my nose was not desensitized to it, I would sense it up to like 5 hours, and that's really the maximum. And this was spring, and now we're moving towards summer, so it's getting a little bit warmer. It vaporizes faster, so I'm not getting the same longevity as I used to in spring. So roughly about 3 hours now, but still very strong, very nicely formulated fragrance. I do recommend this as a good one. It's a good alternative to those guys who are just bored of the regular Acqua Di Gio. Now, Acqua Di Gio is great, but Acqua Di Gio has really poor performance. This one has better performance. It's not as good as the Profumo. I don't have that, but I've tried that one. That's the one that comes in the black bottle. That one is more musky, more woody, and more stronger, more mature. This one's a little bit more playful, more younger, more energetic. And for some people may like it for that particular reason. And yeah, so this I've used quite a bit, and my opinion is that it's really good, and I do recommend buying it. This came out in about 2020, so it's been on the market for about 3 years. Designed by Alberto Morias, very famous perfume designer. And yeah, so if you love sea nose and hints of green mandarin, and you know, like aquatic fragrances are your thing, this is a go-to fragrance. This should be an essential in your wardrobe. I'm going to say it. And yeah, I don't see a lot of cons with it. The only con I can think is perhaps it may be too minerally or too metallic for some people. But those are few, and those are cons that I would not even consider. But you know, thinking of everyone, there may be people who don't like metallic and mineral fragrances. But I have yet to come across someone who says that they hate this one. I don't foresee that happening a lot. And other notes that are in the note breakdown, but I mean, my nose is not super strong, but I can sense some green mandarin for sure, bergamot for sure, aquozone for sure, lavender, hints of it, lint, mastic. I can't really sense that in here, but it says it's supposed to be one of the middle notes. Cypress and rosemary. Yeah, I do get hints of those. When in the dry down, you can sort of get that. Mineral notes for sure. There is some clean musk in there for sure. Amber, not, I kind of disagree with the fact that there's amber. I don't think there's amber in there, but it might be in a very small amount. Patchouli, yes, I do get some hints of that in the last stages of the dry down. Now it does project really well, so just because, another warning, do not overspray this so much, because if you do, this one projects so heavily, it won't make it last longer, but it will make it more uncomfortable for you. If you do like 10 sprays and you sit in your car, you will get choked to death by the mineral and the sea salt. It'll feel like salt is in your mouth. So don't overspray this. 3 to 4 sprays, max 5 is good. You won't get more performance out of it by overspraying. With Acqua Di Gio regular, you could overspray as much as you want and you would still be comfortable. Here, that's not the case. This is stronger. It's a stronger formulation, so be careful. And lastly, what else is there to discuss about this? Not much. I mean, this is a spin-off of the original. There's other spin-offs that if you want, you could try out. Like I already mentioned, the Profundo. There's also another version of this called the Profundo Lights. I have yet to try it, but I'm assuming it might be a lighter version of this for people who can't stand the sea salt. It's just an assumption. When I get it, I'll review it for you guys too. Now, as far as the sales and prices go, not a lot of discounts on this, unfortunately. On Joma Shop, I saw it for about $79.99, which is 37% off retail for 2.5 ounce. This is a 75 ml, 2.5 ounce bottle. So I got this actually from Acqua Di Gio directly as part of a deal where you get buy one, get one free. So my wife bought one fragrance, the Giorgio Armani C, and this one was free. So I technically did not pay anything for this. However, if you buy it on retail, it's $100+ and around in Macy's and all these other big retailers, you'll find it lurking around the $100 mark for the 4.2 ounce, 2.5 ounce, a little bit less, but typically this is not something you're gonna get for like $50 for sure. And it's going to be hard luck finding this on Amazon either. These days, Amazon prices of fragrances are not what they used to be 5-6 years ago. They're pretty much matching retail prices like you find at Sephora. So finding deals is getting harder and harder. That's why be on the lookout sometimes for manufacturer deals like this one. Buy one, get one free. Same thing happened with the YSL. We bought one and the other one was 50% off. This one was buy one, get one free. And so, yeah, do watch out for these sales. They usually come around Valentine's and things like that. So, and this one was purchased around Valentine's. So, be on the lookout for that. But some people cannot wait for it, obviously. So then, in on those cases, I think your best bet really is Joma Shop, where you'll get the most discount. So, anyways, that was it for the review of the Acqua Di Gio by Giorgio Armani, Acqua Di Gio Profundo by Giorgio Armani, excuse me. And my conclusion is that this is a great fragrance on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, 0 being absolute worst. I would give this a 7.5. I'm actually torn between a 7.5 and an 8. What should I give it? I think that I would, actually, I'm going to bump it up. I'll give it an 8. It's really pleasant, very nice, very citrusy, and that really is the type of fragrance I really enjoy, even though I know the longevity is not going to be there in citrusy fragrances and fresh fragrances. I still really like them. And 3 to 5 hours is as good as it gets, guys. So for that reason, I'll give it an 8. But there may be a personal bias involved here. So if I take that bias out, it would be a 7.5 and a general level, an overview for everyone if I were to compare it, like, because some of the salt in here may turn you off. So for that reason, maybe a 7.5 on a global scale, 8 on my personal level. So that's it. Thank you guys. Take care.